Not only will I let you know the whiskeys I passed on, I missed on, and I purchased in the month of September with their locations and prices like I usually do, but this month is special because I was able to go to Korea and do some international whiskey hunting. So find out what I got overseas right now. Okay. Oh yeah. Welcome to Whiskbank. My name is David. And let's get straight to the bottles. First, the bottles I passed up on. Now, the first one, I absolutely regret this one that I passed on it because I haven't been able to find it again. It was a couple of days before Korea, and I was like, you know what? It's kind of far. I don't want to buy it and, not being able to pick it up. And so I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure it'll be available when I come back. Well, I was wrong. It's going to be the Bardstown Discovery number 12 for $150 at Cypress Craft up in Cypress, California. I passed up on it thinking it's going to be like 11 where it was available mostly for a couple of months, but no, it was gone right away and I haven't been able to find it since. So, oh well, hopefully I will be able to get it, but right now, a lot of regret. So the next bottle I passed up on was mostly due to the fact that I was in Korea, but I'm really on the fence about this one, especially around the price. It's gonna be the Blanton's Gold for $150 at Great Press 2 down in Mission Viejo. Now, Blanton's Gold I heard is really great. Much better than the regular single barrel due to its higher proof. But the price point of $150 is still pretty high. I know that's really good pricing relatively compared to what other stores are charging, which is like $200, $250. So I am enticed in it, but still I'm not enticed enough. So I did pass up on that bottle. The next bottle I passed up on, and it was really hard to pass up on this one. It's probably because it's the best pricing I've seen on it ever. And it's a bottle I've wanted since I got my first one like 2 years ago, two and a half years ago before I even started this channel. And I haven't got one since. But I don't know why. I really like that bottle and I should get it, but I guess I keep passing up. It's gonna be the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend coming at $170, again, up in Cypress Craft in Cypress, California. Again, $170 is probably the best pricing I've seen on it ever. And now I don't want to say it's readily available, but it's coming in a regular pace, right? And so I really like, I forgot what batch it was. It was probably in the low 100s. I really like that batch. I think I paid like $250 for it back there or $200. Either way, yeah, I like the next one I find, I'm gonna get it. And now I'm finding it for $200, $180, now $170. I'm still passing up on it. I think the lore or the aura of the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend has kind of, I guess, worn down just because there's so many other cigar blends now and there's other choices. And so $170 seems like a lot still, but man, the more I talk about it, the more I should have got it. But oh well, I passed up on it and there's nothing I can do now. So the next bottle I passed up on was a hot release in September, and as with all hot releases here in California, comes in a bundle. So the bundle is going to be the Booker's Reserve 2024 with the 2024 first batch, the Springfield batch, and the number 2 batch, the Beamhouse batch, all three for $350 at Bros Liquor up in Davis, California. Now, if you think about just the 2 regular Bookers, the first and the second, at $100 each, the Reserve is at $150, which is very close to MSRP. But obviously it's a bundle, so you have to buy the first 2. And it's in Davis, California. The shipping is like $40, $50 plus tax, right? So it becomes pretty expensive. And luckily, I don't have the first 2 batches of Bookers this year. So it was very enticing because I really want the Bookers Reserve. But if you guys seen any of my videos, you guys know I am allergic to shipping fees. And if the shipping fee is $40, $50, it becomes a little tough. So I did pass up on it. But man, I really do want that Booker's Reserve. But hopefully I'll see it again. The next bottle I passed up on was a great price and it's a great rep and it has great reviews. But the sister version of it, I wasn't a huge fan of. So until I get to try it, I didn't want to buy it. So that's why I passed up on it. It's going to be the Peerless Double Oak Rye coming at $130. Again, at Cypress Craft up in Cypress, California. Man, Cypress Craft has some great deals in September. Anyways, I'm not a huge fan of the Peerless Double Oak Bourbon. I think it's good, but I don't think it's worth the $70, $80, $90 or however it's, however much it is now. Same thing with this. Double Oak Rye sounds great. $130. Whew, kind of expensive there. So gotta try it before I buy it. So that's why I passed. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are gonna be like, what the hell? But you know what? I don't have, I buy a lot of whiskey, so I gotta pick and choose. This one, I had to choose not to buy. And the next one, I really wanted another hot release, and it wasn't a bundle, but just too expensive. It's gonna be the Little Book, the Infinite Edition #1, coming at $300 at Bros Liquor in Davis, California. Again, shipping fees makes it $340, $350 plus tax. So it becomes way too expensive. I really want it, just like the Booker's Reserve 2024, but again, either it be a bundle or pricing, sometimes you just gotta pass up on it. So the bottles I missed on, or the ones I tried to purchase, but I was too slow and it was all sold out. First one, it's another hot release in September, and it's a bundle, and it had to be shipped, but I wanted it so much, I tried to buy it, but it was sold out. It's gonna be the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged 2024. This bundle came with the hard release and their private select for $350 in Bros Liquor up in Davis, California. As I mentioned previously, that's a $40, $50 shipping fee. So it ends up being $400. But I still wanted to do it because if you think about the private release or the private select and the heart release, that ends up being $150, right? So now that makes the Cellar Age $200, $250. Again, that's still expensive, above MSRP, blah, blah, blah. But I absolutely wanted the Maker's Mark Cellar Age 2023. I had a sample, I absolutely loved it. Couldn't get a bottle last year, even if I wanted to pay that much. And so I've been trying to get the 2024. I was in Korea at this time, so because of time difference, I missed it by hours. It was already sold out and long gone when I actually saw the Instagram post. So, oh well, hopefully next time. And so the next bottle, the next time did come, and this one was a great deal. And I just couldn't get it. I was just too slow. It's gonna be, again, the Maker's Mark Cellar Age 2024 for $200. No bundle, no nothing, at Cypress Craft in Cypress, California. Obviously, that one flew off the shelf in seconds. I tried to click on their link and buy it, and it was gone. I believe I clicked it 5 or 6 minutes after they posted on Instagram, and obviously I was probably about 5 or 6 minutes too slow. So that sucks, but oh well, what can you do? It's gonna be another year, maybe, of not being able to get one. So the next bottle, I passed up on it earlier, and now was my chance to get it again. And I was just too slow. I guess everyone did the same mistake that I made, and then they made it up on this one because it sold out within minutes. It's gonna be the Bardstown Discovery #12, coming at $150. This one at High Proof up in Fullerton, California. This one, I saw the Instagram post. I believe I saw it 10 minutes after they posted it. Again, I'm probably about 9 minutes too late, right? From what I hear, it sold out within 3 or 4 minutes. So it's gone, couldn't buy it, and I haven't seen it since. So Bardstown Discovery #12, another one I just can't get my hands on. So I'm gonna show you all the bottles I purchased, which is actually kind of a small list since I was in Korea most of the time, in September, and then go on to what I either passed on or purchased in the international travel. I think it's gonna be a little bit cleaner that way. So the first bottle I purchased, well, this one was at a price I just couldn't pass up. $10. And this bottle is usually $70, $80, $90, and yet it was on sale for $10. Now, I got 2. In hindsight, I should have got more. But it's gonna be the Good Times Cigar Blend, finished in Cognac, Armagnac, and Oloroso Sherry barrels, coming in at barrel strength at 108 proof for, again, $10 at Great American Craft Spirits in Rancho Santa Margarita, California. And the reason I got 2 bottles, well, here it is. I wanted to do a thank you giveaway, especially to everyone that stuck around. My subscribers, my viewers, but especially the Patreon and the YouTube members. They supported me financially in September, even though I didn't post the video basically for the whole month. And so I'm so grateful that you guys stuck around. So the moment I came back, I saw the members that stuck around, and you know what I said? Gotta do a drawing, gotta do a giveaway, gotta do a thank you for being loyal giveaway. So I did 3 separate giveaways. Actually 4 if you consider the last one. But the first one was gonna be for this bottle. And so out of the thank you Patreon members, I did a drawing of a random wheel. The winner, Conrad. Congratulations. I will contact you, get your information, and get you this bottle to you ASAP, because I want to try it at the same time you try it, because I haven't opened my bottle yet. The second person is going to get a sample of the Whistle Pig 10, 12, and the 15, a 2-ounce full sample. The reason I was able to do this one is because the winner of this last month in August actually passed up on it and said, you know what, I already tried all of these, and so I'm gonna pass it on to the next member. Now, I was in Korea most of the time, so I'm doing it now, and the winner of those is gonna be Glenn Beckham. Congratulations, I can't even speak. Thank you again for being a Patreon member and sticking with me through those times. You're gonna get the sample of those 3 beautiful bottles. And of course, since that was a pass on, I did another one. This one is gonna be a full 2-ounce samples of the barrel collection I have, which is the Seagrass, Vantage, the Mizunara, the Dovetail, the Foundation, the whole 9 yards. So you get to try most of the good barrels that's out there. And the winner of that drawing is going to be Ken Starr. Congratulations. Again, I'll reach out to you and make sure that I get that out to you ASAP. Of course, I didn't forget about my YouTube members, because again, they also stuck around while I didn't post a video. And the winner of that drawing is gonna get the full lineup of the barrel that I mentioned. The winner, Jonathan Santana. Congratulations. I'll get your contact information and get that out to you ASAP. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, my wonderful members, for supporting me through this. And if you're enjoying this content, please push that like button, push that subscribe button. Absolutely helps me out. It makes me feel so good when that number goes up. And the next bottle I was able to get, this is where you learn the lesson. Check your Facebook and make sure you're members of your local bourbon or whiskey groups. Sometimes they post, hey, this is available here, this is available that there. Now, for me, most of the time, I miss a lot of those, or I'm at work and so I can't go. This one was really unique, as in I saw it right away. I was ready to go out. I believe I was ready to go to work, and I saw the post and there was a lot of bottles. So you know what? It wasn't really on my way to work, but you know what? I took the risk because it was kind of on the way to work. It's gonna be the Willard 12-year-old coming in at $42 at Stater Brothers in Laguna Woods, California. Now, it's kind of not, it's out of the way. And let's just be honest, it's out of the way. I just kind of put the excuse that it's kind of on the way to work. It's about 20 minutes from my home, and it makes it really far from my work. But sometimes you just have to risk it. I saw the post, I went straight there. I believe I was 4th in line at the cashier, because they had one line for this allocated purchases. And by the time I was checked out, I believe there were like 15, 20 people behind me. So if I even got there a couple of minutes later, I probably wouldn't have got this bottle. So check your Facebook post, make sure you're a member, make sure you're on there if you want to have an opportunity to get some of these allocated bottles. Now, again, I missed 99% of the post as well, but sometimes you get lucky. So on to my trip in Korea. Now, the cool thing about going Korea International is before you get there, you have to go through the LAX Tom Bradley terminal, and there is that duty-free store. And this one has a reputation for having some great bottles. So there was a lot of great bottles actually, and I wish I could buy them all. But unfortunately, because if you buy it there, then you gotta lug it all the way to Korea. Then if you don't drink it there, then you gotta bring it all the way back. So I was able to only get one bottle out of the great selection that they had. And so the ones I passed up on, well, I passed up on a Weller 12 1 liter for $130 because, like I mentioned previously, I just got one. And I had to pass up on this Knob Creek 10-year-old cask strength, coming in at $65 and at 122.4 proof. That's awesome. It's a year older than their standard 9-year-old. And obviously it's a little bit proofier than the 120. So this has no water added. It's absolute cask strength at 10 years, Knob Creek, $65. But I couldn't get it because I had to make a choice. The next one I passed up on is the most famous travel exclusive, right? The Wild Turkey Rare Breed Non-Chill Filter for $60. Probably would have got this one if it wasn't for the bottle I purchased. So which one did I get that I had to pass up on all this? Gonna be Maker's Mark Cellar Age 2023 release, coming in at $160. I mentioned before when I talked about the 2024 release, I had tried this, absolutely loved it. And I couldn't find it last year for the life of me, at least at a reasonable price. And so I heard that LAX duty free gets this a lot, and I was hoping when I went through that I would get one. Well, I got one. So even though I missed on the 2024s, well, I got the 2023s, which according to a lot of people's review is the better version. So I got to Korea, and I learned from last year that basically, if you're looking for bourbon, Korea is not a great place. Everything is more expensive, except one type of product, which is the Wild Turkey and its brother, Russell's Reserve brands. For some reason, those are the only ones that's either reasonable or cheaper than the US. So everything else, forget about it. I saw an E.H. Taylor straight rye, great, at $300. I saw a Stag, great, I think it was $500. So yeah, so don't ever think about Buffalo Trace products or anything else in Korea except for Wild Turkey and Russell's Reserve. Because there's limitations on how big my luggage is and how many bottles I can carry back into the US, I had to make some tough decisions. And one of the tough decisions, I passed up on this bottle. It's gonna be the Wild Turkey Master's Keep Revival, basically Wild Turkey finished in Sherry Oloroso Sherry cask, coming in around $220 after conversion. And that's after tax, so I guess, or that's including tax. So it's a pretty good price considering that this hasn't been released for years and you can't find it here. But it was very early on my trip, so I passed up on that. The next one, I just couldn't buy, which is the Russell's Reserve 15, coming in around $300 after conversion. So Russell's Reserve Korea did a huge release last year on the Russell's Reserve 13. They actually brought in the Russells along with this whole team to promote the Russell's Reserve 13. Now, this year they didn't bring in the Russells. They just did a pop-up store, which is like a temporary store, to do like a 2-week promotion of the Russell's Reserve 15. So I went and tried to buy a bottle, but I couldn't because what they did was they reserved 25 bottles each day for the first 25 members that get there, or the first 25 customers that get there. So you basically had to just wait in line. I wasn't gonna do that. I have other things to do. So unfortunately, I couldn't get those 2 bottles, but I was able to get one cool bottle. And the bottle I got, Wild Turkey, Master's Keep, bottled and bond, 17-year-old, after conversion for about $190. So I was there during the Korean Thanksgiving. And so they had a promotion going on. And so this is usually around $220, $230. It came down to $190. And obviously I had to get one. And so this is fantastic. I actually got one last year as well. And I finished that really quickly. So I was fortunate to get another one. So you can see again, Wild Turkey and Russell's Reserves, you might be able to get in Korea. Everything else, probably not. But this one, I'm gonna enjoy it again. Ended up being a wonderful trip in terms of whiskey because I got the bottle I wanted for a long time, which is the Maker's Mark Cellar Age 2023 at the duty free, and this one in Korea. So what a trip. Leave in the comments, how was your whiskey on September? Which ones did you miss on or pass on? And obviously, which ones did you buy? Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.